as a Steelers fan, I hate how well this draft broke for the Cleveland Browns. They were able to get Notre Dame linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at 52nd overall. This is a guy that I had in my top 20 prospects for this draft class. I think a lot of people did. So this might be the biggest fall of any player in the draft to this point. And from what I can tell, I haven't heard any medical reports that's saying this is an issue. I haven't heard any character concerns or anything like that. So if we're looking at it, this is purely based on the fact that he's a bit of a tweener. Is he a safety? Is he a linebacker? He played a lot in the slot at Notre Dame. Was not obviously like the prototypical outside linebacker that can come over and be an edge rusher. He's not like that. He's much smaller than Isaiah Simmons was last year. And Simmons was a guy that people were talking about. They don't know if he's going to be a safety. Is he going to be a linebacker? So there's obviously some concerns with that. But I think that Owusu-Koramoah, I'm a Clemson. I went to Clemson. So I was watching them this past year when they played Notre Dame twice. And Owusu-Koramoah stuck his head in the backfield to, I think, force a fumble in Travis Etienne in the first game. And he had a couple of stops for loss in those situations. This guy is fearless. He flies around the football field. And sorry, I'm watching right now as Terrace Marshall Jr. has just been drafted by Carolina Panthers. That's a great pick, by the way. But Owusu-Koramoah is just a fearless tackler, a fearless player who can play almost anywhere. Like I said, slot, safety, linebacker. There's so many different roles you can ask him to do. And the Browns right now have really stacked their defense quite a bit. Signing Jadeveon Clowney, going out drafting Greg Newsome, signing John Johnson in free agency. They've added so many pieces to this defense now. Owusu-Koramoah, I don't know if he'll be a perfect fit for what they want to do, because the whole point of drafting Owusu-Koramoah is being able to use him in all those different roles. The Browns certainly have a lot of good players in their secondary right now and good players along the defensive line. So I don't know where you're necessarily going to line him up, because you need to use him in those versatile situations to be able to get his full value out there. If you just line him up there and keep him in a static role, you might not get everything you want out of a second-round pick or a guy with a first-round caliber talent. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays out for the Browns. So it'll probably be a learning process that might take them a couple of weeks to figure out in the actual season. But I expect this to be a very great pick for the Cleveland Browns. And as a Steelers fan, I am very highly disappointed.